Okay, so this is going to be a short video. I apologize for the roughness and I guess the speed that this might go at, but this is to address the I would say serious issues with the War Sales editor modding kit mode. It's the War Sales modding kit. If you don't know, it is War Sale, a $30 DLC, which is basically content gatekeeps from pre-release and early access, along with the slew of many other features, of course, new features, and other things like they mentioned a year ago. But ultimately, they're recycled. And the one thing I wanted to bring to light was uh, that this is the only modding kit that is in the game right now, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see from the side here, I'll type it in again if you want proof. Mountain Blade. I currently own the full edition here. All there is, if you, oh, by the way, to even see the modding kit, for example, normally this is how Steam is. You just have your games. Nothing else is checked. You have to use the tools to find the modding kit in the first place. So it's already kind of hidden. I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but basic type in Mount Blade, type in Mount. It's like 2 GB. You have your soundtrack, digital companion, everything, all your DLC. Um, So it's running, as you can see. I will restart it again. It's pretty quick, and it's the same process basically as starting the game. As you can see here, you have to have everything off. War sales has to be turned on. That is where the editor is. You will not see another node or check mark. So start it, and I have personally gotten a massive amount of these errors. I have no idea what the case this is for. No idea. I apologize for the spam. It will get you through all the way to the very end. I have repaired it with the editor. I have restarted my computer, and I have reinstalled the modding kit to no avail. And sometimes I can't even skip this introduction. Now, keep in mind, the reviews that I showed on Steam, I'll go back to them, have reported that they can't even see the editor. Now, this is what the editor looks like. You shift, go around, it shares, sorry, it shares different controls, or it shares similar controls with a RTS camera. You can go under the water, nice and spooky. Apologize for all those desophobia. Uh, but it's a scene, it's similar to those who have used a modding kit. I myself haven't used, or I should rephrase that. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in the original modding kit and this one, but I'm gonna exit out of this. Yeah, and now I get this error. So I don't know if it's on my end or not, but there are people that can attest to these similar problems. That I don't know why it's having this issue that I'm having and other people are having on something that should be working as simple as a modding kit that should be prepared in advance, that is already, like I said before, keep in mind, locked behind a $30 paywall. I don't know why it's having so many issues right now. Let's see. War sales. It's you gotta like this is I've gone through this every time just to go through um the news just to get to the link here. But here you go. Negative reviews. Uh, I'll show all languages, even though the all languages is wrong because the other one's in English as well. It's not showing it. But as you can see, you know, no editor button. There was another one as well. Up here, another one. You know, and this is my review. I'll leave a link to my review. It got a little heated with a few people in here, but as you can maybe read from the main point, I'll leave the review, the link to the review in there. The main thing that I want to address and was to show was that you could access the editor tools. Um, there are people who are having issues, and this has to be brought to light. This has been 3 days out, and remember, this is a DLC that is already paid for, and the modding kit is gatekept behind the DLC, and it is not free. Well, it is free if you own the DLC, if I'm not mistaken. I have 3 different accounts, one with the DLC, one that shares the DLC with the family, and one that just owns Bannerlord. And I haven't had, or sorry, I am not able to access the modding kit on the one that has just Bannerlord. So if I'm mysteriously mistaken, if I show you again, if I type in Mountain Blade to find anything else except, or to find a modding kit, sorry, there's nothing except for the modding kit right here, which in of itself is misleading, as it's not the official modding kit. It is truly the modding kit for War Sales, as it states right here. War Sales modding kit. The War Sales modding kit is now available. Thank you who tested the kit during the closed beta. I remember that. I signed up. Okay, so it shows all this. You know, modding kit usage under the Bannerlord Modded Tools ULA. You know, it's just worded poorly, and it's misleading because it's not a true modding kit, you know. So something needs to be done, and there needs to be a patch or a rollout for these people that can't access the editor because, as I stated before, we weren't promised, but we were essentially promised the amount of times that it was repeated that we would have modding support. And if I'm not mistaken, we had a modding kit before that I could swear that I have used, and it seems to be found nowhere. And now that I say that, I doubt myself, so I'm going to start up Bannerlord and see if there is any nodes that I missed, because I normally play on nodes, because as you know, well may know, you know, the mods rule the scene, and the vanilla launcher is the most unfriendly one. Let's see if it'll work with me here. So, Harmony, all that stuff, native sandbox, all your stuff, War Sales, Birth and Aging, you know, fast mode. These are all the official modules. So, you know, I'm going through, I have a lot. If I see TW somewhere or something that is not familiar, I will keep my eye out. But as I said before, I have played this game a lot, if I haven't said so already. I have over 10,000 hours starting from the first original installment, or the first official installment after War Rider, which was Mountain Blade, if I'm not mistaken, 2008, the original. So as you can see here, you know, we went through nothing. So I'll start it. Just to be sure. And I don't even know if it'll crash or not, because the other one had issues. I don't mean to get off topic or lose focus, but I would think I am well versed and aware enough to notice if something like this were to happen. And let's not, you know, gas myself up a lot, because there are plenty of people more knowledgeable than me who have said so, with plenty more hours and influence, who I'm sure have noticed this as well, but maybe have not said something. I just want to make this first and foremost as a not appeal, not a cry of help, but as an issue that needs to be addressed and reflected on and fixed ultimately at the end of the day, because this is a business. This is a business, so it's business to consumer. And right now, the consumers are not getting part of the product that one could argue is free, yes, but is ultimately part of a larger package that is $30 that right now is not working. That's all I wanted to say. I apologize for the length or the roughness, but this needs to be addressed as soon as possible.